Good morning, everyone. It's Christian DeBouche. It is Saturday, June 28th, and I'm officially under contract on my second listing, the St. Pete Duplex, the one we've been in and out of contract negotiations for a solid week. I'm a little salty, but I'm happy to get it done. The deal was going through. We had a really nice, I thought a nice buyer's agent, but really stuck on his fee. And I'm like, all right, that's your fee. Fight it with your seller. But apparently, spoke to the lender. Lenders gave me the information about the closing costs that the buyer needs for the deal to get done. It's a VA loan. So we did our concession towards that, but the buyer's agent was really stuck on their fee, and I'm tired of this deal. So I'm like, all right, we will meet your demands and you will get your number. My seller wasn't too thrilled about that. He wanted to walk away, but at this point, it's like we've been in and out of contracts based on like these little issues. And when it's all said and done, we were arguing essentially over $2,525. That was it. That was literally what the agent's demand for their fee was. And I was like, okay, fine. But my seller's like, no, it's the principal. I'm like, you can fight principals or you can just keep paying for this property. So that was the issue that we had. And I let the situation marinate with my seller for about 2 days, and I said, look, buyer wants this, buyer's agent wants this, buyer's supporting their buyer's agent. It is only $2,500. Are we going to kill the deal for $2,500? He's like, no, I want to sell this property. It's not right. I said, it's not about right or wrong. It's about, do you agree or do you disagree? He ultimately agreed. So contract's been sent for signatures. We got theirs. I'm getting mine. We did counter offers, so now we just basically decided to consolidate all the counters going back and forth into one clean purchase agreement for the sake of title, because it's annoying when you have all these documents that are basically referencing one another. So I asked them to send back a clean offer with the terms that we've agreed to from the counter and the counter offer and the counter offer. So that's done. This will be done and dusted before the 25th of July. This video will post a little bit before that. So yeah, I'm 2 down. I got a third listing that I'm really trying to get my sellers to agree to any offer that comes in, because we're getting offers left and right, but they're just under their emotional limit as to what they're willing to walk away from. And I've given them the riot act in terms of what the market is and what the market isn't, what's a fair assessment for this property in terms of price, and the difference between their original appraisal that they did 2 years ago and the changes in the market since. Because all the properties, rental properties and single family residences in their neighborhood, in their subdivision, in their zip code, and in the city of Tampa in general are taking huge price reductions, and they have to as well. So considering that conversation, I got them to agree to lower the price another $100,000, not because I want to make less or them less, but because the offers are consistently coming in well over $150,000 under what we're looking for, or under what they're looking for. The seller financing deals are coming in high, but they don't want to get paid over 10 years. They want to be one and done. So they've come to the reality that even though the place is great in terms of livability, it's dated. All the things inside that every contractor that I've brought on behalf of a buyer to see the property is giving me indications of like $200,000 to $300,000 of improvements necessary given the insurance situation we're in the state of Florida. So I gave that conversation to them over the course of a couple of days, and I think it's finally sunk in. So we're doing a price reduction, but we have 2 people visiting the property, one today, one tomorrow. So there's no reason to lower the price until after they've agreed or to either give us an offer or not. There's no reason to shoot ourselves in the foot. So on Monday, I'll be reducing the price if we don't get an offer to something more reasonable to attract more buyers' attention. So yeah, that's the thing. Now it's about continuing my lead generation, because once I close on all 3 of these listings, I'll have none. So I will be happy to sell so many properties this year, but I also need more properties to sell. So Christian DeBouche, licensed realtor with Real Broker, enjoying this Saturday morning knowing I'm under contract again. And talk to you later.